Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast.
Hi! Hi!
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for September 28th and Thursday, October 1st.
That was so weird.
It was weird because it wasn't something that we typically have as a preemption.
Right.
The MLB playoffs?
Never.
And I'm sorry, the Red Sox aren't even in it. So why are we bothering?
I don't know. It was weird. And then Thursday wasn't even supposed to be on because they originally said it was just going to be the one day and then the whole rest of the week was going to be interrupted.
Well, it was possibly Friday. But it
wasn't on Friday. It was on Thursday.
It wasn't. Exactly. So,
right. They had no idea what they were doing either.
No. But we did forget to talk about one kind of significant thing that led into this week.
I have no idea what you're talking about, so go ahead.
It was Valentine and Ned fighting. I feel like our conversation we were talking about Julian on one aspect, and then we talked about Ned fighting.
Oh.
But we didn't say who Ned was fighting.
Okay, yep.
So at least from the conversation that I heard when I listened back, it sounded like we were saying Julian and Ned were fighting, but it wasn't. It was Valentine and Ned were fighting. And we didn't talk about how great Valentine was for Alexis.
He was very nice to her.
He was very nice.
I just don't like him. It's hard for me to give him a gold star.
How do you not like Valentine?
I just don't. I love him. All of his motives are about him. Even the nice stuff that he does it for his own benefit.
I didn't feel that way when he stood up for Alexis, especially when Neil's brother started to lay into her, and he totally laid into him and was like, you do not talk to her that way.
Well, Ned agreed with me this week because he even said that to Alexis. If Valentine was being nice.
I know. He did.
I'm for once I'm going to agree with Ned here.
But Valentine was
nice. We'll see if there was an ulterior motive.
Yes.
It may have just been
Alexis
payback.
even said, exactly. Yes. Alexis even said, well, I helped him out and now he's helping me out. Alexis was hiding the vodka as water.
Yes. Yep.
And Ned was too drunk to notice. Yep. They're so going to hook up.
They are. They were very close to kissing at the end there.
I think that was the new COVID kiss.
Show it. Yeah. Got it. I would be okay with them hooking up, except for the fact that Olivia wasn't hooking up with Robert. Like, if they would have done one of those flash back and forth, and Olivia would have been hooking up with Robert, and then he would have been hooking up with Alexis.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
But it makes for good soapy drama.
That's true.
But since Olivia was by herself, and Robert was such a gentleman about it, he was like, you do not need to be hanging out with me. I am not good for your marriage.
And he was even saying, like, why haven't you called him yet?
Yeah.
You know? See, I told you I didn't think that they were going to do it.
But it wasn't her who was saying no, they weren't going to do it. It was Robert putting an end to it.
I don't think that anything was actually happening there. I think that Robert was just like, seriously, it's going to look bad if we hang out anymore and you're home now and haven't seen your husband.
I feel like she was getting into that emotional affair territory. And if he would have let it continue, that it would have crossed the line. But he has good boundaries drawn.
But when Ned and Alexis were reminiscing about, and she's like, how much do you hate me after leaving you at the altar? Or how did you forgive me?
Yes.
And he's like, who said I did?
Yes.
Ooh. And then she said he was the last of the good princes, and then she's had to kiss a lot of frogs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was about a year ago, we talked about the Ned marrying Chloe.
Right.
Alexis and Jax getting married. Or was it the spring? I don't know.
It was the spring, but
it was one of our 411s, and we kept saying we were going to go back and do the Ned and Alexis, and we never did.
Yeah.
So
now it gives us reason to do it.
We're going to have to do at least Ned and Alexis.
Yeah.
Soon. Once we're done with our Anna.
Yes. Where are you going? Not many notes this week because we only had 2 days.
Well, I accidentally took notes on the wrong page, and I was like frantically looking for them. I'm like, wait, what? Where's my stuff? I didn't understand why Nina looked so shocked to see Sunny and Carly.
Right?
You know, you're here to start doing homecoming stuff.
Thank you. I had that same reaction. I was watching it with my friend, and whenever it came on, I was like, what? And they were like, why was that shocking? And I was, no, it's not shocking. That's
the shocking part.
Response is, of course, Carly came to see her get ready for her homecoming.
Yep.
How would she not? I like that they kept that normal, even though...
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, that was...
Yeah, a lot of kids aren't getting a traditional homecoming, but I'm glad to see that they kept it normal on the show.
And I love how realistic the getting ready, the coming down,
yes.
you know, the photos, the girls were such teenage best friends coming down. I love Trina's dress.
Yes, she looks so pretty.
Like so that ice blue. But that glitter ice blue it was gorgeous on her.
Glitter fan.
I am.
I thought there was going to be some tension when it came time to give the corsages.
Yeah,
but they didn't show that. Who? Yeah. I was afraid they were both going to try to give to Jocelyn, and then it was going to set a bad tone. But they didn't show that, so that was good.
Joss totally friend-zoned Dev.
Yes, and then goes to kiss Cameron.
I'm not happy with that because Cam was definitely attracted to Trina.
Right, and they just had that nice moment before they left for homecoming where they said they couldn't get through without each other, and...
Yep.
Yeah.
Had that whole thing not happened,
right,
and the realization that Joss is it for him, fine. But no, having that connection with Trina,
it's gonna get messy.
It's not gonna go well.
I know because of COVID, they didn't have all the other high school students there, but it was weird to see just those two couples out on the deck of the boat. Like at a homecoming, you'd have kids coming in and out, back and forth.
Right.
And so every time that they walked outside, I was like...
But even last year with the Halloween party, there was only them out on the deck.
Oh, okay.
Remember when Joss and Cam almost kissed then?
Yeah.
And she fell asleep on his shoulder?
Yeah. I don't know. I think about like our prom here on the boat. Like everyone was up on the upper deck and like on the... Whatever.
My school didn't do it on the boat.
Yeah, you're just not as cool as my school was. I'll give my school that one win. It was cool back then.
Do they still do it?
I don't think so. I think they do it at whatever the local banquet out there.
Probably.
So, but yeah, back in my day, they did it on the boat, and that was awesome.
Did you notice that we now have a mascot? It's the Port Charles Panthers. It was big on the banner.
Oh, I read it. I just didn't register.
Port Charles Panthers.
Congratulations.
We finally have a mascot after we talked about the Badger for how long?
Right.
They listened to our podcast and were like, all right, we do need to give Port Charles high. So Port Charles, oh my gosh, so their initials are PCP.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh my God, now I want to see somebody in a sweatshirt that says that and someone be like, what? Oops.
So Liz and Portia talking about that they're going to be like responsible chaperones and everything. Yet they stayed on the dock.
Exactly. They did at the very end, but they were not on the boat. Like Trina was already ready to go home and they still weren't on the boat yet.
I wrote, can you be a responsible chaperone if you don't actually go to the dance?
Maybe they were monitoring no one was bringing alcohol into the dance.
Okay.
I'll give them that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's really what was happening, but I'll pretend.
But that was a really mom moment, though, too. And when Liz said, if they're ready, we have to figure out how to be. Because, I mean, they were the ones that experienced the thing.
I also thought it was funny they were having wine before they went to chaperone the dance. Yeah. Not saying that you can't have a drink and still be a responsible adult, but if I was chaperoning a dance, I wouldn't be pre-gaming. So that was funny to me. Oh, I liked that Dev's dad came to see him. That was so cute. Good job, Brando.
That was cute.
It was. I liked.
And he gave him like a little pep talk.
Yes.
And I liked that all the parents were there and that, Carly didn't care that Nina was there or that Nina was helping her get ready.
Right.
So.
Yeah. No, that was a really good co-parenting moment.
And then I love that Jack says, how about we don't have this conversation where anyone can hear us? And so I wrote down, woohoo. And then on the next page, and he continued to talk. So, Jax, you broke your own rule.
Like, you mean you don't want to go stand in the middle of the hospital hallway and have this conversation? What's wrong, Jax?
Okay, I was bothered by Carly giving Nina hope about her potential relationship with her child that she doesn't know is there by saying, Bobby and I found each other. And Nina said it was a rocky start. No, Carly. Bobby did not find you. You hunted her and tried to steal her husband.
Yes. It was more than a rocky start. You hooked up with her husband.
Right. But she intentionally hunted her down.
Oh,
it was not, I just want to know where I came from. Who's my mom? Blah, blah, blah. No.
Right. Exactly. All the nice
different things.
Yes. All the nice things she was saying to Nina about your daughter has a right to know where she gets this, where she gets that. That's not why you were seeking out Barbie.
Right.
Barbie. Bobby It was totally for revenge.
Yeah. That just bothered me a tiny, tiny bit.
I was annoyed that Sonny didn't notice that Nina had on the same necklace that Avery just had.
Huh.
He was sitting right next to her.
Yeah, he was. Maybe that's coming up.
But he left.
Oh, yeah. And that's why they had to take all the pictures for Sonny.
Right.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Oops. I don't understand. I mean, I know men are oblivious to jewelry, but it's the exact same necklace you just saw your daughter
and it's the
have.
other half.
Right.
So that's...
Do you have an idea for a podcast but don't know where to start? Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Anchor is such an easy way to record and edit a podcast, and you can do it from either your phone or computer. Best part is you don't have to worry about getting it out there. Anchor distributes to many platforms so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, and many more. You can start making money right away without having a minimum number of listeners too. Anchor really is everything that you need to make a podcast all in one place.
So Martin Gray was mugged.
Yes.
By Julian.
Yeah, I thought it was funny that he didn't, I'm sure he made that whole connection, but he didn't lay it all out there. Like, they had to ask. I don't know why Curtis is questioning him, though, since Curtis isn't a police officer.
Thank you.
Okay.
Same thought.
And I wrote, that was my first note. Portia Hippa, she walked out and was like, he has this, but why are you telling the whole hospital what's wrong
First of all,
with
she
him?
was examining him with a stranger in the room. Someone who was not...
Right, just because
even
you're
if
my
my
friend.
husband brought me in,
Yes.
you know, they'd have to ask me, are you okay with your husband being in here? Yep.
Exactly.
And he has a lot more rights than some random guy.
Exactly. No, that whole situation was crazy. She had to kick him out and then walks out to the desk and is like, yeah, I think I'll be okay, blah, blah, blah. Why are you discussing his medical information? None of their business.
Right.
Nope. And if it would have just been to Chase, like she pulled him aside, okay, maybe as an officer he needs that information for whatever.
Yes.
But no, that was totally out in public. Not okay. But I thought it was weird that Martin wasn't like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is who beat me up.
Some contracts and this. Oh, and this letter from Janelle Benson. I love that Chase is the only one that calls her Janelle.
I know.
That's why I was just said it, because I was picturing him saying.
Yeah, right. That Julian had just asked me about.
Yeah. So the one thing that I do have to give a lot of credit for with General Hospital, the characters have an internal monologue.
Yeah.
They don't move their lips while they're reading the notes and everything. On other soaps, so I noticed it a lot when we were watching the All My Children stuff, they talk to themselves a lot more than General Hospital does.
I did not notice that.
They do.
But I guess I'm used to it because I watched all of them.
They do. So like if Julian had been reading that letter on another show, I feel like he would have been reading it out loud.
Right.
And then had this whole conversation with himself out loud.
Yeah.
About, and I know that sometimes they do have the, you know, I mean, I talk to myself sometimes out loud.
Totally talk to myself out loud.
You know, I mean, so they do that, but not, I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I get what you're saying.
Hopefully you know what I'm saying too.
Yes. It makes for better drama that way. How about now thinking ahead to write that letter, though?
I know. And now we're bringing Ryan back. Like, come on. I thought it was going to go to Brad.
Yes. And that would have made way more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Way more sense. I don't know why Ryan needs to come back.
I don't know, because they're friends.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. But Brad still would have made way more sense.
Mm-hmm. Especially since we want him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
just write it the way we're asking you to.
Was not thinking about Obrecht.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hadn't even considered it.
How do you?
Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy?
Because I don't. How do you see Britt and not just think of Obrecht? Like they go together.
But Obrecht's the one who's in charge of the Dante stuff.
Yeah. And
Brett has nothing to do with that.
You don't think Britt knows anything that her mom's doing?
No.
See, I think they're going to connect somehow back with Cyrus.
Remember, they're mad at each other.
So that doesn't mean that they don't still.
I don't know, but I'm not a fan of the clicking the pen is what triggers Dante.
Yes, that was good, though. That was good.
But they're going to have him be the one to uncover.
No.
After Obrecht was revealed, I was like, well, that makes sense to exonerate her.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But I wasn't connecting her and Britt. Because that has nothing to do with, because Cyrus is the one who brought Britt in. And I don't think Liesl would work for a drug lord.
You don't think there's a connection there? See, I feel like there's going to be. Because how else did Britt get into it? Or you really think she's just that naive? She was hired. She has no idea.
I think that I really do think she's just that naive that she was like, finally, we talked about this. Finally, someone just wants me.
Finally, someone just loves me. And yeah, I don't know.
Because we talked about it we don't think that she's actually involved with Cyrus.
I don't think she's involved with Cyrus, but I think she got the job because somehow Cyrus is connected to Obrecht. I don't know how it's all going to play out, but I just see a connection there.
I can't work it out in my head.
Okay. I'll think on it. I'll come up with the whole scenario.
Okay. Please do.
That'll be what I work on.
Hopefully we don't have any preemptions this week and we actually get to see it unfold.
Yes.
I can't picture Obrecht being involved with a guy like that, though. Not after she had the realization after Phase-On, because she knows exactly how disgusting he is now. And she's made that big turnaround for James. She would be no better than Peter if she was working with Cyrus for now.
I don't think the Obrecht's that's changed, though.
Oh, I do.
No. No, I think she's like Peter. There's good sides to her, but underneath, I don't know.
We shall see.
I guess so.
Do you have anything else? I mean, it was a short week, so.
It was a short week. I like the flirtation between Ava and Nicholas still.
Yes.
That was good. I like seeing, or not seeing. You have no idea what's going to happen. And even if it does happen, you're not going to actually see it. But the back and forth between them was cute. I don't know.
Oh, I loved when he was like, why'd you tell Nina? And she's like,
she's my friend now. We're best friends. So weird. I don't know why Cyrus wants Julian's bar.
Wasn't it built on something? Remember?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was, though, because that's why Mike remembered it.
Right.
Because it had something to do with back in the day. Mm-hmm. Could we talk any more cryptically?
But everyone else who's watched it is sitting here listening to us going, yes, it's on something also. Maybe one of them will remember and can let us know. Because I don't. It was something, though, because that's why Mike felt at home there. I felt like he had been there before.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he went there during an episode where he lost cognition.
Yes. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I don't like Cyrus. I know I say it every week, but the more I watch him, the more I just don't like him. He's such a bad guy.
We should try to interview him just so that you can see that he's...
I just want you to know that I don't like you. I like
can you just talk like in a normal way so that I don't think you're as scummy as I think.
Please don't be so scary.
Like, you're a really good actor because I hate you.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Well, we've talked about that with Chloe Lanier.
Right. It would be really hard to meet her.
She has to be an amazing actress.
Yes.
Because I've heard her on interviews. She's not.
Oh, exactly. No, they're definitely not their character, but it's hard to separate them when they're that good.
Yes.
So I liked that Portia said to Liz, like, why would he have something against you? And she could not get into it all.
She's like, you don't even want to know.
Yeah. We're not going there today. That was cute. Oh, I liked Alexis's, I went to bed with Mr. Right and woke up with Mr. Dead. That was my favorite line of the
sad.
2 days episodes. It was funny, though.
It was funny. But she was drunk when she said it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything else. I mean, there really wasn't anything else.
No.
I mean, Thursday's episode was basically Homecoming.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you listened to last week's episode about Anna Devane on All My Children, you heard Amanda being shocked that General Hospital is the only soap opera I have ever watched. And I'm not alone.
Really?
We did a poll on Twitter.
Go ahead.
46% only watch GH.
What? Oh my gosh, that's insane.
24% more than 2. 19% GH and one more. And 11% watch them all.
Okay, so when you started watching GH at the proper time, how did you not get pulled into All My Children, or not All My Children, One Life to Live? Because if you sat down 5 minutes before GH started, you got the end of One Life to Live that is like the best part. And I
got home at 2:55, so I booked it through the door.
Wow. Okay.
Used the restroom, got my snack, sat down. I had 5 minutes to get it all done.
Okay. I can't believe you didn't tape it. I saw you proof yesterday.
I know. Amanda sent me this awesome VHS tape picture.
Yep. Karen and Jagger, do not erase.
Underline. But then on Instagram, they don't let us do polls.
Well, that's not fun.
Well, it's all pictures. So, but we asked the same question. And sophisticated creatures, I love all soaps, but never watched Days.
Okay.
Sis Deanna used to watch all ABC soaps, then now only GH. Picked up Days in 2018. There's a lot of people that only watch General Hospital. One person, Ryan's Hope, All My Children, and One Life to Live. someone watches Days of Our Lives and General Hospital. There's a lot of people who watched all three.
Okay.
All My Children, One Life to Live, General Hospital. A lot. I should have actually written down all these responses, and I didn't because I did not tally them up.
But that was the right way to do it. You were supposed to watch all three.
I don't know, because Baby Wiley's real mom is GH is and always will be our one and only. Heart, 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 heart. Heart, heart, heart. I watched GH, One Life to Live, All My Children, and Loving.
I never watched Loving.
Neither did I, and that was the first one that Laura Wright was on.
Yeah, never watched it.
But yeah, lots of people, only General Hospital.
Huh. Again, in my mind, I don't know how you do that because you sit down 5 minutes before a show that you want to watch starts to get all comfy, and that is the end of One Life to Live, it would have been. And those are the last 5 minutes are the best part of the show.
Oh, yeah, because they show you what's going to happen tomorrow.
Exactly. So if you were sitting down on a Friday and saw that last 5 minutes, I don't know how Monday you didn't want to, well, what were they talking about? I need to see this.
But I didn't really get to see that.
Well, I'm sorry that your childhood was awful. I didn't watch
say that.
all of the soap.
Perhaps if I had, things would have been different. If I had just been more dedicated to my soaps, I wouldn't have had my heart broken so many times.
That's right. That's right.
Things would have turned out
You would have
better.
learned so many more lessons.
I had band, and I had work.
Oh,
I had band twice a week, and I worked.
And you worked. See, I still taped it, even if I worked. And I didn't usually start work till 4. So.
See, I started like at 3:30.
Okay.
But still, one TV, multiple people in the house. Yeah, we only had one TV.
What?
Yeah, I said it last week. We only had one TV.
Like your whole.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
At one point, my dad did have a TV hooked up out in the barn, and that sounds weird, but we legit had like a barn on.
I'm learning so much about Shannon. Go ahead.
A lot is getting explained right now. But you could only get like basic channels, and that's where my sister and I would go out on Tuesday nights and watch Buffy. But that was the only time that we ever went out there to watch TV.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
My mind is
because that's where he would like watch his games.
Got it.
So when I was older, now they have more than one TV, or they had more than one after I graduated.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. I hate having a TV in my bedroom.
You're not supposed to have a TV in your bedroom.
No, you're not.
But
so we would only have one.
Yeah, no. We had one in the living room. We had one in the basement. And my parents didn't have one, but each of us kids had our own. So.
Yeah, you had a lot more availability to watch.
Yeah, I usually just took over the living room anyway, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, another perk of being the baby of the family. That's just how it works out.
Exactly. Well, I guess that's a good segue into
reality check.
That's my old reality check.
Yeah, exactly. What's your new reality check?
You know, I thought of something yesterday and I was like, I'll remember that.
And you didn't write it down.
No.
Come on. No. Oh, you had your work stuff. You got your recognition at work. That was good.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh, why do I have to remind you of these things? Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, I'm like, I treated myself to a pedicure this week.
Oh, that was nice. I don't like pedicures. I don't like people touching my.
Oh, because I've been looking at my toes and I'm like, I really need to repaint them. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to reward myself because I've been staying on track with my C25K. I just wanted a pedicure.
You deserve it.
So I went and got one.
You deserve it. I just don't find them pampering.
There was something that each of the kids did, and I can't remember what now. I don't remember. I guess the reality of this split online in person, because my husband and I got an email first thing yesterday morning saying that my son hadn't turned in an assignment. And so we asked him about it, and he goes, she used my assignment as an example for the class. Like his turned in and graded assignment.
So bizarre.
So he even had to he went and got his Chromebook, opened up Google Classrooms and showed us, look here it is. It's here.
Wow.
So that was, they've only been in for
No, and I feel, we've said this 1,000 times, I feel so bad for teachers. I can't imagine teaching like this.
But come on, you used it as an example.
Exactly. It's hard as parents, because my kids say that all the time. Mm-hmm. My teacher, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. We're not blaming it on the teacher. Get your work together.
Right.
Have it turned in. I don't want these excuses. So now it kind of makes you, I don't know.
We all have those moments. So
he must have done really well on it if she's just is the example.
Yeah,
though. Good job.
guess. Yeah. My daughter did something and I'm sorry, I forgot. I should have written it down. Yeah, not that exciting this week, sorry.
No, you were excited because you got your stuff for work.
Yes, I was second in my office for sales and listings in September. September because it's October now. Hey, Amanda, you didn't say it. I can't believe it's October.
I can't believe it's October.
So yeah, I think that's kind of why I can't remember a lot right now because
the month changes. You just forget everything.
But my brain's exploding.
It was a big deal. Congratulations.
It was. Thank you. What about you?
Oh, talking about the school online, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Madeline's school had someone who has corona. So her school is shut down through the 12th. So I just got to send the other two back all 5 days. And now I have Madeline home all 5 days this week. So very exciting.
That sounds great.
It's just, it frustrates me, not that it's anyone's fault at all, but Madeline wants to be in school. She was very sad that the other girls get to go all 5 days and she does not. So then to turn around and be like, oh, not only do they get to go 5 days, but now you're stuck home with me. Mm-hmm. She's not very excited about it. Oh, she had something super cute. She makes my heart so happy. She's been asking for a bike. She has a bike, but she's been asking for a bigger bike like all summer. And they were impossible to find. I don't know if that was just here or like everywhere. Impossible to find because I guess everyone went out and bought bikes for their kids to entertain themselves or whatever. So I had a doctor appointment Thursday and I was on the way to the doctor appointment and saw that our local thrift store had some bikes outside. So on the way back, I stopped and they had one that was the right size and like the tires were still good and whatever. So just spur of the moment, I bought it, took it home, set it on the side porch, walk in the door. She's finishing up her Zoom call, whatever. And so I'm like, here, come here, Madeline, just for a second. So she came over and she looks out the door and sees it. She walks outside and looks at it, gets this like really weird look on her face, and then turns around and walks back in. And I'm like, what's the matter? What? And she starts crying her little eyes out hysterically. And she's like, I just wasn't expecting that. I love it so much. And she's like, I had to pick her up. Like it was a full on cry. And I was like, I started tearing up and Megan was home and she's like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, she's crying because she's so happy. And that never happens. It was so cute and it made me feel good and bad at the same time because I didn't mean to make her cry, but it was so
that's beautiful,
sweet. Yes. Yeah. Aww. So sweet. So she's all geeked out because she has her new bike that she gets to ride all over the place. So
awesome.
all over the place, meaning our driveway, and then we have a parking lot in the alley behind our house. So,
but still,
yes, it was so cute, super super cute.
Aww.
Besides that, nothing really. I started finally cleaning the basement that I think I've said on here about 100 times that I was going to do every weekend because I am a total hoarder and have all the crap that I do not need to keep. And so I finally went through it.
VHS tapes of Jagger and Karen.
Exactly. Stuff of my ex-husband's. Like I have a box to give him today of stuff that has been in my basement for the past 8 years almost. So
I don't think he's missing it.
He's not, but like one was his dad who's deceased helped coach his little league or whatever. Okay. And so it's like a plaque for his dad.
So, yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, I would never, I mean, I'm sure it's not that he didn't want it. He just didn't think about it because it's been in the basement. So I would get that would be something that him. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not mean. So, no,
I wasn't saying that. I was just like, after 8 years, you would think that.
Right. No, there was other stuff like old clothes and stuff that I just like Goodwill or threw away, or my garbage man's going to hate me this week. Yeah, that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I'm glad I got started, but there's that. It's hard to throw stuff out, man. I don't know. It was hard. So.
Well, I will be joining that as soon as my laundry room's done. The garage is next because all the stuff from the laundry room is in the garage.
Yes. Your garage looks like my basement, but my basement is like the whole downstairs of my house. So you can imagine all the crap I have to go through. So
it's going to be a process.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Nothing else really. That was my week.
Yeah. So join us on Thursday as we continue our Anna Devane series.
And have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.